Hello friends, this is lesson 13 of Big Data Hadoop with Python. In today's lecture we are going to cover the following topics. First we'll be discussing about what is Apache Pig, then major parts of Apache Pig, and then installing and running Apache Pig. Let's start with the first topic and understand what is Apache Pig. So Apache Pig is a framework, or we can say it is a platform which is initially developed by Yahoo, and it is built on top of Hadoop, used for processing and analyzing the big data without writing complex MapReduce programs. So from this definition you can easily understand the concept of Apache Pig, that Apache Pig is first a framework. It is developed by Yahoo and it is used for processing and analyzing big data. So as you know that in Hadoop cluster there is a programming model called MapReduce, and this MapReduce is also used for processing and analyzing the big data, and it is used for batch processing. So if you are comparing Apache Pig with MapReduce, so Apache Pig is actually it is designed for those who do not have much programming knowledge, and it is easier compared to MapReduce, and it is so much simple. So let's see the features here, then you will better understand what is Apache Pig and what is the purpose of that. So it focuses more on processing and analyzing large data sets, means big data. So actually it is designed for this purpose, processing and analyzing big data, right? So no need of much programming skills. So those who are not good in programming, still they can install Apache Pig and use for processing and analyzing the big data. It can handle any kind of data. As you know, pig eats anything, so here Apache Pig is also used to handle any kind of data, maybe structured, unstructured, semi-structured, all kind of data can be handled using Apache Pig. So it is SQL-like language, means those who are familiar with structured query language, so this language, I mean Apache Pig, will be so much easy for them, because here still we are having joins, groups, aggregation functions, and so many other commands are similar as you studied in structured query language. Now let's see here the major parts of Apache Pig. So it has two major parts. The first part is called Pig Latin and the second part is called Pig Engine, right? These are the two major parts. So Pig Latin is actually the language which is also called as a scripting language used for writing the programs. So actually this Pig Latin is used for writing the programs in Apache Pig, so which is significantly easier than having to write MapReduce programs. So whenever you are using Apache Pig, you will be using Pig Latin for writing the programs. So this is the language. It is similar to SQL language, or we can say SQL language. So it is called Pig Latin. And the second part is called Pig Engine. So this is nothing but execution environment. It transforms the Pig Latin, means the program which is written using this language, into sequences of MapReduce programs. So this is the actual environment or execution environment whenever you are using this Pig Latin for writing the programs. So after writing the program will be fed to the Pig Engine. Here a set of transformations will be done. It means the program will be transformed into MapReduce, and then it will be sent or stored in Hadoop cluster. Now these are the steps which will be followed. The first step is load, then we have transform, and then we have dump and store. So what is load? Load is the data you want to manipulate. So first we have to load the data which we want to manipulate. Then after that, as we said here, it means we wrote the program using scripting language or Pig Latin. Then the second step is transformation. Transformation means we have to transform, or the engine, Pig Engine, is used to transform the Pig Latin program into sequences of MapReduce programs. So this is called transformation. It is nothing but run the data through a set of transformations into a set of mapper and reducer tasks. And then the last step is here, dump and store. It means dump the data to the screen, or you store the results in a file where you want. So first we load the data which we want to manipulate, and then it will be transformed to map reduce programs, and then we can store the data or we can display the data. These are the three steps, and these are the two major parts of Pig Latin. This is the language and this is execution environment. Now through the figure you can better understand. Let me show you here. So see friends, here this is Hadoop cluster or HDFS. We can say here HDFS is installed, and these are the master node and these are the worker nodes. So first, the language we are using here, it is Pig Latin. We are writing the script. The script is then fed to the engine. It is called Pig engine. Here it will be parsed, it will be compiled, it may be optimized and planned. It is converted into map reduced programs, and then it is loaded to Hadoop cluster, and then in Hadoop cluster it will be stored, and it can be changed to map reduce. It will be read from here and it can be written on map reduce cluster. So from here you can easily understand that we have first Pig Latin, the language which is used. So we are writing the script, then that script is submitted to Pig engine. Here it is compiled and it is transformed to map reduce programs, and that is fed to the Hadoop cluster. So the third topic here is the way here installing and running Pig. And one thing you have to remember, that Pig runs as a client-side application. So it is not server-side application, it is client-side application. Even if you install it, the Pig on Hadoop cluster, there is nothing extra to install on cluster, right? So actually it is client-side application. It is used on workstations. From there the client can communicate and send the data to Hadoop cluster. Even if you install it on Hadoop server, so still there is nothing to install on cluster. Pig launches jobs and interacts with HDFS or other Hadoop file systems from your workstation, means from client side. Now how to install it and how to run Hadoop, let's see here step by step how can I install, and then you can understand how to install it. The first step is, okay, we will connect to our user, that is Hadoop user, if you remember HD user, and there we have to create a directory in this one, in this path CD. We have to go to user, then local, and in local we have to create a directory called Pig. So for that I am pressing Ctrl Alt and T for opening the terminal. So here we have the terminal. If you remember, we have already created a user called HD user, switch user, and then HD user, and I am giving the password here 123. Then I will come to the root directory, then home directory. I will go home directory of HD user. Okay, print working directory. So it is showing I am in home directory. Clear the screen. So what I have to do, I have to go this path, say okay, you go to CD user, right, user, and then we have local. So print working directory, it is showing us we are in this directory. So we are using sudo make directory, and I am giving the name as Pig. So it is asking for the password 123. So ls if I am using, so here it is showing me the directory is created, Pig directory, right? So I will come to the, okay, I am here now in root directory. You can go to home directory of HD user. Clear the screen. Now what we have to do, the second step is installing the Pig. So installing the Pig, the first step is to download the Pig program or software. So how to download it? From any website you can download, and there are many websites in providing this one, especially if you go to apache.pig, from there you can download it. So you provide the full path here, and this is the extension, the last extension .tar.gzite. So you give the full path here and you press the enter, it will be downloaded to your PC. Then after that you have to extract and run it. Now since I have already downloaded it is on my desktop, so just I will run this command for extracting the files. Now what I have to do, I will go to cd, okay, go home directory of bit1. So here then I will go to desktop, right? Here if I use ls, it is showing me, yeah, I have the file already downloaded, it is on desktop. So what I have to do, I'm just running this command here and it will extract it, right? Yeah, it is taking some time, then the file will be extracted. Yeah, now if I use ls, there is a folder created, this one. Now we have to go to this folder or directory. For that I'm using cd, I say okay, pig, this one. So now I'm here within this pig folder or directory which we have extracting the files. So what we have to do, I am just moving all the data or all the files within this directory. If I use ls, these are the files within that directory, these are the files. So I have to move all of these files to the directory which I have created here, pig. So for that what I'm going to do, I just take the copy of this, okay, and then I say, let me clear the screen, friends. So here I will paste it. See what I say, I'm within this directory, I say you move all the files from this directory to where, to user, and there we have local, and I have created a directory called pig. So you move all the files to there. Now the files are all moved to this directory called pig, and this is the full path for that, right? You have to remember these things. Now I will come to the root directory, clear the screen, and now let's follow the next steps. So the third step is now to configure the files of pig. So only few steps are there for configuration. First we have to go to this bash or c and opening that, and we have to copy these things there, and we did this all using Hadoop installation, if you remember. So the same file I am opening, just I will take the copy of this and paste it there, and this is here pig home. So where will be the pig home? We created a folder in this directory, and the name of that directory is pig, and we copied all the files from here to this directory. Now that will be the home for the pig, right? And then this is the bin directory for that. So based on that, I will open this file and just will edit it, right? Yeah, this is what we did in Hadoop installation, friends, if you remember, right? What we did in Hadoop installation, it is already here. Now I come to down here I say okay, pig home, I will say, right? Now I have to take the copy from here and paste it there, only this much. Take the copy, and here you come and paste, right? This is the way you have to do. And then what you have to do, you save the file and then close it. That's all. For checking if there is any error, so you run this step or command source, and that is bash rc. If there is any problem, then it will list the problems or errors. If there is no error, so like this it will be showing us nothing. So I will clear the screen, right? Now the next step is to check whether it is installed and correctly or not. So what we have to do, I have to run this one and checking Hadoop pig version. So I'm taking the copy and pasting it here, and let's see it is showing us the version or not. Yeah, so Apache Pig is configured and it is installed successfully. Here it is showing us Apache Pig. This is the version 0.160, and here also compiled, and this is the date for this version this version which we installed today. So that is the version it is showing us here, also the version, and it is also, so you can download and install any version. So I have installed this version. If you are following according to this tutorial, so you have to download this version and follow the steps what I did here, and that you will be installing like that, and there will be no problem. Now we have to see whether again here you can type pig, and then there are two types of here, like going to Hadoop environment, and that is first, like if you are typing only pig, then that will go to this grant here, and here it is showing us, yeah, Hadoop is, sorry, pig is installed correctly and successfully, there is no problem. And for just coming out of it, so you have to write quit here, and it is coming out from it. So it is installed and it is configured, and next tutorial we are going to work on it. So these were the steps for installing and configuring, and then we talked about Apache Pig. Here I introduced that, what is Apache Pig, and the major parts, right? It has two major parts. This is the language called Apache Latin, and this one is the engine for execution, and these are the three steps what we did. I hope you understood all these things, friends. In the next lecture we are going to run the program, and locally and also on Hadoop cluster. Okay, thank you.